What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, today I want to teach you and show you what typically happens right before a financial crisis and or a stock market crash, okay? I want you to be ready though because this is how we become millionaires. This is how we make the most money, okay? This ain't the time to panic. This ain't the time to run up out the market, okay? So I need you to keep it locked. I need you to stay 10 toes down. Learn this lesson I'm going to teach you today. Be ready to crack their head on Monday, okay? Let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, man, class is in session. I'm bringing out the charts. I know ain't nobody nowhere teaching you this and you can't find it in the book. So please follow along as I try my best to show you what's going on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got Tesla pulled up. Okay, I want to show you how to make 100K on Tesla, or how I make 30K in a day, and how you can do the same. Okay, we got a few things we need to point out here. All right, first, do you see this line, that wick? That is a 50% mark that it wasn't able to get back above this candle, these two candles right here. It couldn't get it back above 50%. And so that created what's known as a double top, okay? Or let me show you this. When you can't get a closing above the 50% candle, you can't go higher. And look at this pattern right here, okay? You can draw a line just like that. So it went up, okay? That's a boom boom candle. Just act like that's all one. This is a bull flag, all right? It went up, hit resistance. That's what this resistance is, okay? And then we were making lower highs all the way down, okay? Look at this, and then we got the drop right here. Let me know if you guys see that, all right? Everything comes down to pattern recognition for you guys to learn how to master and dominate these games. Now, when I say stuff like 100K in a day, 30K in a day, this candle alone is 30 or 50K. This candle right here, that red one, is 30 or 50K. This green one is 30 to 50K. You catch both, that's 100K. That's when I talk about the ability to know how to do this stuff in a day. And then I rinse and repeat. So a lot of times you can do it within 2 hours when you master this, okay? Now check this out. Do you see how this candle right here, okay, do you see how this candle, it cleared all of this right here? It took out this candle. Look at this big red candle. All of this got sucked within there, okay? So it wiped out all the progress that was made on all these candles. I want to show you guys this. And here it is now. Look at this gap right there, okay? Gaps are like magnets. Everybody write the word magnet down. They will suck you to this price, okay? So this is how we are knowing we're going to go not only to close this gap right here. You want to close the gap, but then you got support 1. We're going to call that S1, and then this is S2, and then this is S3. Let me know if you guys see that, okay? Now, we can turn around at any time. We can come here and then go boom. We can go here and then go boom, or we can come here and then go boom. No matter what, we're going back up. We just gotta be looking and locked in so that we know how far we're going down. Watch this 2 times so that you get this lesson, okay? I know this is high level, this is next level, and I know you're not gonna see this every day done in this fashion, okay? So I want you guys to see and know this, all right? So because this candle right here took out all the gain, that's the boom boom candle, and it took out both of those 2 candles, okay? Now, guys, the next target is going to be them trying to make a wick, and the candle going to come down here to close this gap, okay? Then whatever we do from here remains to be seen. We can keep going down either way. We don't guess, we don't gamble, we prepare, okay? So that's what I want you to see, and regardless of that right there, okay? That is Tesla, all right? That is Tesla, and I want you to see and know that on Monday or this upcoming week, you're going to have more down pressure, or AKA follow through, because we're trying to close the gap. There's always a goal, there's always a destination, there's always a target. That's why coach calls them out pinpoint to the penny in either direction. For me, none of this don't matter, okay? I don't care if we go up or down. I already know. All I need to do is, if the Lord wake me up, I'm gonna say, yup, bet. What we doing today? Soon as I say what we doing today and I see it, are we going up? Boom. I know where we're going up to. If we're going down, like I'm telling you here, I know where we're going down to. So that's why I say with me, I'm gonna make 100K in either direction, calls and puts. I want to encourage you guys to do the same in terms of learning how to do puts, so we don't got to just be waiting so long for the market to come back up, okay? Even though it's going to always come back up if you have a great stock, okay? Remember that for me, all right? Now, what else coach got for you? Okay, now this one is SPY, okay? Now look at this candle. All right, let's get busy. Boom. This wiped out all of this. The SPY cleared all of this, and now we are sitting at support number 1, okay? Boom. All right, that's how powerful these things can be. That's how quick it can all go. But this is also called, you ever hear us say, wait for a pullback, look for a pullback, okay? This big candle right here, that's a boom boom candle. This is the pullback we are talking about when we say get in on a pullback. 5%, 10%, or 20%. That's what you want to look for, okay? And that's what you want to see, because look at this. Write this down, watch this twice. I'll keep a clean chart, so I'm not going to keep that stuff up here, okay? But look, we got a hit here. We might overshoot on Monday, then come down, and then maybe base before going back up, okay? But look at this. Regardless, this is what you need to know. This right here is 50%. We need to get back to that half mark. And this right here is 100%. You need to see, where do we go? We gap up or bounce back off of support and go up. Do we get here and come back down? Or do we go a little higher and come back down? Okay, regardless, if we come back down, guys, we are looking to close this gap right here. Remember I showed you the gap on Tesla? That gap equals 44, just so you kind of can know where we would go to, okay? When you have an engulfing candle that takes up all of the candles previous to it, guys, that's a significant change in tone, okay? So this is the type of stuff that can start a downtrend. If we can't get back above 50%, you might see something like this. That wick is at 50%, then you might see a big candle form like this, then it'll start being like this, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll slowly make its way back up, and then it'll do stuff like this, okay? Ultimately, now I'm trying to close the gap first, okay? And then outside of the gap, if that don't stop it, because the gap can sometimes be a support level, then the next destination gonna be right back there, okay, down there at 603. That's the 200-day moving average, okay? So listen, man, I wanted to show you that in preparation for if more volatility come in. So listen, always check your fear and greed index. Always understand where it's at relative to what's going on in the market for me, okay? Also, I need you guys to look to rinse and repeat on this, okay? Let's go ahead really quickly before we get out of here. I want to show you something for how this go, all right? You guys know I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you all the time. All right, let's look at this real quick before we get up out of here. Everybody, make sure you in our lift play. This is why I teach you rinsing and repeat. Look at this lift, ticker symbol LYFT, $15 call is down to 763. Let's go look at my position. Remember, I had 100 or 200 shares of this. That's my standard. When it went up, remember when we were up, I took some profit. Look at this. I got 60. Everybody count this. Beat the teacher, number one. And then also hold this until we hit $30. It's gonna change your life. Okay. I made 50,000 on this in just like this, matter of 2 days, I think. I'm gonna do the same thing on the pullback. So look, I got 60 contracts, okay. My average cost is $8.93. Coach is down 14.5%. Now, I don't put a stop loss on this. One, my target gonna get hit. Two, I got 2 years in this play. So this is a guaranteed home run for you. Now, you guys know I am a financial savant. My plays don't take 2 years. I just need you in it with me. So look, what we're gonna do, let me teach you this, okay? So you see how my average cost is $8.93. Watch this. Now it's market closed, but on Monday, I want you to watch this. You hit trade, you hit buy, okay? So then now I'm a buy. You know I keep 100 shares. So if I was to buy, let's just say 5 shares for right now, okay? If I buy 5 shares, then boom. Now I can bring my average cost down. And if this come down to 6, I can buy 5 more shares to bring my average cost down. You see this? 770 is lower than 893. I got this at $4 or $5 the first time. It ran to $13. Does that make sense? Now it's coming back. This is the pullback, dude. You don't panic. You buy more. Y'all got to beat the teacher anyway. Okay, so your cost should be lower than my cost. I hope this come back to 5. I'm a back the Brinks truck up, and I'm gonna buy more than 5. Okay, and then I'm gonna run it all the way back up. When it hit 30, it's gonna hit 23. It's gonna hit 26, then 30. It don't go in a straight line, so you gotta remember those levels en route to the target for me, okay? But listen, man, Coach just wanted to show you guys that. I also wanted to make sure you understand that these are the things that happen when a financial crisis is looming. All right, don't panic, don't fret. You already know, when they sleep, we eat. When they panic, we pounce, guys. Listen, when there's blood in the streets, it's time to eat. We're going to get up out of here. We make videos like this every day. So if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget, like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stocks. Use my link below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.